It's been a little over a month of backbreaking work now on my new homestead, and I wanted to share some thoughts that I've had so far.
Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video, a little bit different format. Obviously we're live here, well, it won't be live when it's on YouTube, but I'm here on my property. I've got a few minutes. I'm trying to wait for the dew to kind of melt off of things and stuff like that before I get started for the day. But I wanted to talk about a few things that early on in this process that I've learned. And I apologize, I don't know how well the audio and the video is going to turn out for this, but we're going to give it a try and see how this goes. But I've learned a whole bunch of things after doing this for about a month now, that I wanted to kind of share with you and get some feedback and thoughts on. But this is not like a, oh my gosh, top 5 things or whatever video, but I have kind of collected some thoughts into 5 things that early on in this process that I've kind of already learned. Number 1, I'm going to need a tractor a lot sooner than I thought. That doesn't mean that I'm giving up on, I'm going to still do as much as I can by myself. The plan was always to have a tractor. It's just I was hoping to be able to get to the point where I could pay cash for it, move some money around, and when I sell my house and stuff like that, be able to just pay cash for a tractor and use it later on in the process. However, I'm not, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm 44 now, but and that may not seem like it's old, and I can do this work, don't get me wrong. I could do all of this by hand. It's just going to take a little bit longer than I thought. I'm dealing with some arthritis and stuff in my hands and my joints. I have a bad knee that I messed up in a basketball injury a while ago, about 16 years ago, I guess. Anyway, so I can do the work. It's not that, and it's not that I'm getting lazy and don't want to do the hard work. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm just getting to that point. First of all, I'm getting to the point where I need the tractor a lot quicker because I've made a lot faster progress than I thought I would. It's pretty stunning. My parents have been out here a couple times and have been pretty stunned at the progress that I've been able to make. But I'm getting to the point where I need that ability to grade the land, to finish building the driveway a lot sooner than I thought. And I need to take some of the digging and some of the stump removal and some of the really hard stuff on my joints, like swinging an axe and digging constantly and stuff like that, just really hard on my joints. And I don't want to like wear out my body. I still need this body to take care of my kids. So that's the first thing, is that I'm going to need a tractor sooner than I thought. So I'm thinking probably in the next few weeks, but I'm trying to make that decision carefully. Number 2 is I underestimated how peaceful it is out here and how much fun it is to do this. I knew deep in my bones that this was something I wanted to do for a long time. I knew it was going to be peaceful. I knew it was going to be what I needed, but oh my gosh, this is, I've mentioned it in a couple other videos, this is therapy, guys. This is like, every morning I wake up and I have a choice of coming out here or sitting at my desk and doing computer work and my normal IT stuff and all the other stuff. It's like my whole body screams to be out here. And I don't know how to put that into words. I don't know what that is. A spiritual connection, call it an emotional connection, call it the natural order of things pulling humans back into where they belong. But whatever you want to call it, it's there, and it's so peaceful. I go to sleep every night just fulfilled and happy, and I don't want to use the word happy because you can be happy in any circumstance, but there's just a different something to it. I know you know what I'm talking about and trying to put into words, and it's a lot more fun than I thought. Like I thought it would get to the point where it was monotonous and boring and just repetitive hard work over and over, but it's not. You can sit back and see what you're doing, see the impact that you've made and the progress that you've made, and it's very rewarding and very fun to watch this play out. And I want to take my time and savor this, because I know at some point it's going to be mostly done as far as the clearing land and designing and all that stuff, and so I want to savor this as much as I can. Number 3 is, there's a phrase that, you know, this is God's country, right? The rural areas, it's called God's country, and that, yeah, that's cute for a country song and a trite phrase, but it's true. Like, you know, I go to breakfast at Brahms most mornings, just because it's cheap and it's a, you know, whatever. I like Brahms. I used to work there when I was in high school, and every morning there's this big group of old-timers, old-time farmers from this area that are sitting around talking, and you can see them praying over their meals. You know, people talk to each other, people interact with each other. There's a spiritual component to all this, as I mentioned. You know, neighbors, I've met neighbors and quickly become friends with the neighbor behind me, and he's offered to help me with his bobcat and do some things. That kind of stuff, yeah, it can happen in suburbia, yeah, it can happen in urban places, but it doesn't happen as often. I've had people, just random people, talk to me while I'm eating my breakfast at Brahms, or give me a nod after they see me pray over my meal, or whatever. There's a brotherhood, for lack of a better, there's a community out here that I don't feel in other places. Number 4, wisdom is so much better than knowledge. I have been researching this and collecting knowledge on how to do this from YouTube, from every source that I can think of for so long. But until you actually come out here and apply that knowledge and create wisdom, it's only so useful, right? So one example is digging out stumps. The first big stump out there that was a 14-incher, took me a full week to get that sucker out. I could probably do that same stump in 2 days now, and that's not because, you know, I'll just attack it faster or whatever. It's because I was able to take the knowledge and the tools, know how to better use the tools to be effective, and how to better use the chainsaw, how to, you know, a better plan of attack, a better strategy, a better way of doing it that would minimize the stress on my body, exhausting myself just with brute force. So you're going to get to the point where you learn some things that you could hear other people say, but until you actually do them and experience them, they're not going to make sense to you, and you probably won't believe it, or you probably won't apply it. So as you get out here, as I get out here and gain wisdom from doing these things, physically doing them, I'm gaining wisdom, I'm gaining steam, I'm able to make quicker progress, I'm able to do more with less. And the last thing is, it's like, it's so much easier to unplug. What I mean by that is just leave my phone in the truck and just lose myself for 4 or 5 hours straight without even touching my phone. It's been so long since I've done that, and I hate my phone. It's a dopamine dispenser. It's a tether. It's a chain dragging you down, and we need it. Sure, you can't ever get away from it in modern life, probably, but I need that balance in my life, and that's probably what contributes to the peacefulness out here, is just being able to push all those distractions of the world away, all of the, you know, I still have to answer the phone for business and do some things, but most days that I'm out here, I can just be left alone to enjoy nature, work hard, do some good, honest, hard work, and be fulfilled at the end of the day, and not worry about garbage social media or what chain, you know, group text chain this is saying, and what latest video popped up on YouTube. None of that matters, and it's so much more, I think in moderation those things are obviously fine, but we've gotten to the point where it's too easy to just live in that alternate reality world, in that performative world where everybody's projecting an image of their real life that doesn't exist, and to be out here where it does really exist and be able to actually physically make an impact and a physical change and an emotional change on the real world is just, again, I don't know how to put it into words. Maybe somebody can help in the comments, but it's just a different level, and I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to do this. I'm so blessed to be able to do this. Unfortunately, it took a divorce to be able to free me up to be able to do this, but I've always wanted to, and it's having a huge impact on my life. And I highly recommend, if anybody is thinking about doing this or has been dreaming about doing this, you owe it to yourself to find any way possible to do this before you get too old to actually do it, before you get too old to enjoy it. Don't make it just a retirement goal that someday, you know, when my kids are gone and all this stuff. Figure out how to do it now if you can. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.